Fancy meeting you here. I know maybe it's felt like a long time since I talked about a certain person. You may be like, Jake, there's so much going on in the world. How could you possibly make time for all the people that you've forgotten along the way? But I will always make time for a legend. Okay? A legend. A man who wrote a book so bad it broke his brain. It's Jordan Peterson. Jordan Peterson has returned to the internet in this absolutely, totally normal, not a cry for help, 8-minute long video. You're going to see how just totally fine he is, okay, chat? Totally fine. Everything's okay. Jordan's... He's been in a coma for too long, and he still woke up in 2020. Isn't that wild? All right, here we go.
Hi, everyone.
God, hold on. Look, it's just the pause.
Hi, everyone. As some of you may know, but others will not, it's been a long while since I put up any new content on this YouTube channel.
He's so sad. He's dead. Been hitting the apple cider a bit too hard, Jordan. Yeah, he's definitely got some phosphate going on. He's been a phosphate or two. This is as loud as it goes. This is I can't make it go any louder. This is just he's just a quiet little boy.
I've been suffering from impaired health, severely impaired health, as a consequence of
writing a bad book. Even his framing makes it look like he's in the sunken place. Isn't that wild?
benzodiazepine use for anxiety, or more accurately, from a combination of using that medication and then ceasing its use once I realized it was dangerous. That's put me in and out of hospitals.
Do you think his addiction and misuse of benzos are going in any way affect his ability to have, I don't know, empathy for people that in his book he wrote about that he considers dog shit, like drug addicts in general? Does he think that someone got addicted to opiates, for instance? Does he have now empathy for that struggle, or is he just like, I don't, just bootstraps, bucko?
For much of the last year, in Connecticut, in the United States, in Toronto, in Canada, in Moscow, in Russia, and in Belgrade, Serbia, as my family searched for specialists who could aid me in the severe post-use withdrawal and neurological damage-related consequences of both the benzodiazepine use and its cessation. I started taking it in 2017, early 2017.
Oh, wow.
According to the prescribed recommendations.
I think we need to discuss something. Jordan Peterson's energy is far too high. He needs to bring it down a little bit. He's very manic right now. I'm not for it.
Really never give it a second thought. That was a mistake, to say the least. Anyways, I've learned some things during that trying time, I suppose, or at least I can tell you what kept me going during what was certainly the worst period of my life.
He's also got a nose whistle and it's driving me nuts. I wonder if what kept him going is like Dave Rubin by his bedside, holding his hand each night and weeping softly, or maybe it was his daughter fed him like mulched steak like steak shakes and like syringed it into his open throat, or maybe his wife read his book to him or something. Like maybe he had maps of meaning on cassette, and they just put it right here, and he's like, oh, surely if he hears such deep wisdom and his own voice, he'll come crawling back. His pureed IV beef. Yes. What a delicious time.
Family, that's for sure. Friends, and the work I was able to continue doing, as I was able to continue writing, something that I'll talk about probably within the next month. My family, my wife Tammy, my son
Where's Michaela?
Julian and his wife Jillian, and my daughter Michaela and her husband Andre
finally
have been of inestimable value to me and provided me with tremendous support during this period. Michaela and Andre accompanied me to Russia and to Serbia. Both of those episodes were extremely grueling and lasted for months. But I'm alive, and I have plans for the future. I want to thank those people from the bottom of my heart, my extended family and friends, whom I will name elsewhere, went above and beyond the call of duty, in my estimation. I certainly not convinced that I would have the character to provide to any one of them what they provided to me.
As he wrote about in his books, if you're sick and infirm, or you have a problem that you caused yourself, Jordan Peterson will not help you. He will walk out on you and leave you for sure. He literally wrote about that in the book. So yeah, I mean, for him to recognize the fact that other people were like, our friend needs help, I guess we'll do that, is like wild to me. That he's like, you should have just let me die.
So that was a humbling lesson, I suppose. My work, this sort of work, although it was all writing and not video production, was also extremely useful because I could sustain myself by producing and then culling through thoughts that were helpful despite my anguish, I suppose, and my lack of hope for the future.
Jordan Peterson took some benzos, fell asleep, and woke up a doomer, rather. Oh, we have a chud in chat? Aww. Let me see what you said. What are you doing? Love the Jewish, very smart, brings a breaker, poor fucking awesome guy when he hates him, really fucking brain dead. Good to see you. Want to twist him? Oh, I guess that fella hasn't read the book or anything like that. I guess I've read every single word of the book, and it turns out that he's a crypto-fascist Christian. Whoa.
Hopefully, we'll see. But hopefully, much of that is behind me and I can return to something resembling a normal life. I can tell you what my plans are for video production, at least for the next while.
Okay, let's not call this video production. Okay? Let's not make it sound fancier than it is. I could have my dick out right now and you guys wouldn't know. You guys wouldn't know anything. This is not video production. There's a fucking camera on my wall or on my computer. I have a light and I have internet access. This is no more video production than taking a fucking selfie, dude. Come on. That's not photography. Like there's photographers, there's videographers, and then there's fucking us, Jordan. We're not. Come on, calm down, bring it down, Doc. He had the money to go to another country to be put in a coma against the advice of his doctors, but couldn't spend time to fix his teeth. Is it bad for me to point that out? I'm not sure. It's just bugging me a lot. I don't know. Maybe he hates dentists. I don't know. Curse my human empathy. He's a dickhead, but I feel so sad. I don't feel sad for him. I don't feel sad. What I do feel is is I hope it leads him to empathy. If he doesn't, then he's a bag of shit. So, keep in mind, if you feel bad about Jordan Peterson, what we're watching so far, we're about halfway through. If you feel bad at this point, and it's fine if you feel bad, it makes you a good person, but also forgetful. Okay, here's an example of why you shouldn't give a shit about how Jordan Peterson feels. Okay, and why you should hope that he has much to atone for, and being real sick is not going to do it. It's not going to do it. It's not going to make me feel fucking bad for him. He's a bad fucking person. He had a client that was a businesswoman, and she, when he was practicing his therapy sessions, he had this woman come in, and she's like, I have a drinking problem, and I think that on multiple occasions I have been sexually assaulted. And in the book, he wrote, now, I didn't say this to her face, but here's what I thought. And then he goes on to describe how he doesn't feel bad. She made her bed. She deserved the things that happened to her. And also, he's like, she's probably lying anyway. But even if she's not lying, she got drunk at a bar. What did she expect? So, in case you were wondering why you shouldn't give a shit about how Jordan Peterson feels, there's a really great example. Now, do you feel better? You feel a little bit better about this fucking scumbag? Okay? Yeah, there we go.
Completed a biblical series devoted to Genesis in fall of 2017, and that has proved very...
He wrote that in his own book. It's not even a secret.
Popular. It's a strange word to use for a lecture series like that. I'm going to start working on the next book in the Old Testament, which is Exodus. But that will take a while. But in the interim, I think I'm going to produce videos devoted to Proverbs, the book of wisdom, essentially, or a book of wisdom.
Not a religious person, by the way. He's not religious. This man is not a Christian. I'm not a Christian. Okay, he's going to do Proverbs, he's going to do Exodus, and he's going to explain why those are important works of art. And instead, what your boy did is dissected them and told you why they weren't true, nor were they helpful. They're bad from every perspective. The only thing that the Old Testament, and frankly the New Testament, the only thing these testaments are good for, the only thing the Bible is good for, seriously, 100%, only thing it's good for, is, from a historical perspective, it's interesting to see some of the religious accounts of people that lived during a time when they were incredibly nomadic. That's interesting. It's not a thing we get a lot of the time. Religion often helps us parse aspects of history out. Now, how often does it corroborate with reality? Seldom. Like, specifically anytime the Jewish tribes wrote down numbers and then recorded it in the Bible later, the numbers are not right. But that's about it. From a historical perspective, it's interesting. If you're trying to glean any fucking advice from it, you are a dum-dum.
You've all heard, no doubt, that wisdom is proverbial, or that there's such a thing as proverbial wisdom, and that phrase.
New Testament Jesus has some great arguments for socialism. He's literally pro-imperialism.
Stems from the book of Proverbs, which are single sentence aphorisms imparting some...
I've always said aphorisms. Is it aphorisms? Am I nuts?
Aphorism.
Ha! I fucking win, Jordan. Who's the big brain now? Who's the big brain now?
Truth. I think the analysis of those, which can be done in a relatively short period of time, will prove of benefit to me and perhaps to those who are inclined to watch or listen to my analysis. I would also like to thank all of you for continuing to support my work. I have far more followers on YouTube and Instagram and Twitter for that matter, than I did before I became ill.
That's just the nature of how that works.
And my book has sold very well in multiple languages, and that's really amazing and remarkable. And I hope that what I produce in the future that people will find it of equal or greater utility.
Am I nuts or is he slow? He's slow, right? The Nurkering, thanks for following. Like he is just crawling. Thanks for the Prime as well. Appreciate it. He is very slow. Chat is valid. Love you all. Gonna listen as I drift to the land of ceaseless wonders. Nice. Yeah, he is. Yeah. He's out of money? There's no way he's out of money. He made so much fucking money off that book. There's no way he's broke. Is he really? No. He's cried multiple times on camera. I don't know if it's, I don't know, maybe.
That's an ambitious hope, given how much attention what I've produced before has garnered, but it still seems
Appreciate it, Nurkering.
An appropriate goal for my upcoming activities. I guess I could let you all know as well that we've put together, and this is an initiative that was spearheaded by Michaela and Andre.
Okay.
We've put together the ability to translate the YouTube lectures into a variety of languages. I think it's 6 at the moment. 6 will be rolled out over the next few months, professionally translated, dubbed, because our analysis indicated that in most of these markets, dubbed videos are preferred to subtitled videos. And so that will provide the opportunity for the ideas I've been developing, many of which I have derived from other sources, to be sure, to have
Holy shit.
an impact beyond the English language speaking world.
Wow, this is just fucking bad. He's oh, how is this guy gonna go up and do lectures? Seriously, he's not okay. Just fucking, you gotta back up, buddy. This so strange. It's so strange. This is off-putting in so many different ways.
There seems to be some desire for that. My last book, 12 Rules for Life, sold 300,000 copies in South Korea, for example, which very much surprised me because I wasn't sure that the ideas, well, first were translatable, but were going to be acceptable in a culture with such a different developmental background.
His brain did not take the Coma well at all? No, it did not.
Anyways, I'm not going to make this a long video. I wanted to tell you that I'm back in Toronto, that I'm in much better health, although it's still severely impaired, especially in the morning. But I can work again, and I really want to. And that to let you know that with God's grace and mercy, I'll be able to start generating original material once again. And
how? Again, how do you fucking... How? I have so many fucking Jordan Peterson fanboys in my shit every time I do a Jordan Peterson thing. He's not a Christian, actually. He's not religious. Yeah, he fucking is. Yes, he is. Admit it. Admit your boy believes in the in all that shit. Like, come on. He's not an atheist, bro. Anyway, so Jordan Peterson's brain is just fucking shattered. It is shattered. I can't tell if I hope it comes back or not. I don't know what I want out of this. I don't know. This is bullshit. I spent the last 3 months of my life recovering from a car accident. It had nothing to do with God. It was all me. You're damn right it was. He's definitely not Mormon. He is absolutely not a Mormon. Oh man. Anyway, I guess we have more work from Jordan Peterson to look forward to, and I hope it's a fucking fever dream.